such as the FT209, 409, etc. I believe them to be a TSU, I think, -7, I believe. But anyway, tone encoders for those, or what have you there. And like at least one of those, too, if you have a couple. Have one in each pocket. Even have with a couple would be nice. And even a parts radio, if it had a usable tone encoder that I could use. I guess that's about it for today. Contact. What, you need any fill so far?
Just on the battery pack.
Oh, I forgot the battery case. Yeah, that's not really, well, yeah, I would like one if it's not all corroded. It's, I forgot the nomenclature, TSU 8-8, I believe it is. Tone encoder's -7, the battery case is -8. TSU, I believe. Man, I got egg on my face. I can't just go on my biological computer. It's not computing today. So, yes, also the battery case. And contact info, 530-200-3659. And I say again, 530-200-3659. And also good on Cura's Ed there, Dennis, as you probably know. W6LW in the group, the net, 73, and to you and the whole gang here. 60 UK, go ahead.
Yeah, that battery pack, is that an alkaline battery pack?
Well, there's no batteries in it. It's just a battery tray, a battery case, and you can put alkaline batteries in it, or rechargeable batteries, or whatever your little heart desires. I believe them to be C cells, the dotted C cells. And I think it takes 8 of them or 9 of them, maybe 9 C batteries. But yeah, I don't need the batteries. They don't. It's just the case, Dennis. Over.
Okay, so it's an alkaline tray. Okay, that's what I was asking about. Okay, KB6LZW. Number 6 today is for Norway 6, Delta Uniform Kilo. That's Clarence in Corning. And Clarence has by Kenwood the TS570 Delta. You were just listening to it there. Sounds fine. He'd like $385 for that, or best reasonable offer. He has a want. He's still looking for a tone encoder for the Yaesu FT209409. He said he'd even take a parts rig if it had a good tone encoder in it. He's also looking for the matching battery pack for that. It's an alkaline tray for the FT209 and 409, and those right in there. You can get a hold of Clarence at 530-200-3659. Any breaks for Clarence?
Question for Clarence, KG6BRT.
Yeah, go ahead, Scott.
Yeah, I don't know if this is a help. I've got a tone encoder that came out of a handy-talkie, Yaesu handy-talkie, a Fox Tango 209 Romeo. And the number on it is F Frank Tango Sierra 6, FTS 6. It plugs into a socket kind of underneath where the battery was, and there are no dip switches, so it's programmed through the radio menu. Is that any good to you?
No, that one won't work.
Okay, yeah, I didn't know. Anyway, this is out of a 209 Romeo, but I just saved this when I recycled the radio. All right, just thought I'd check. KG6BRT.
Thanks, Scott. 60 UK.
Who would like to be number 7 today? Who would like to make a listing out there? Well, at least it's partially clear here. High overcast, but sunlight's still filtering through. Who would like to make a listing? And frost this morning. Isn't that just typical of December? Who would like to make a listing? Foster, are you out there?
Yes, I am. W4 Hotel Charlie X-Ray.
Well, good afternoon to you there. Just checking.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm sitting here at the bench working on a Valiant 2.
I wish I knew all that you know about that.
Well, it certainly wouldn't fill a thimble.
Well, my thimble's dry.
Roger, understood.
Okay, who would like to make a listing out there?
Able 6 Sierra.
Alpha 6 Sierra, go ahead.
Good afternoon, Dennis. The name here is Bill. We're located in Visalia. Hope I can do this right. It's been a long time since I checked in. I have a Ten-Tech Titan 425 in excellent condition. It's a late model. It has the insulators between the loading capacitors. And it's got 8 new fillers to the correct part number in it. And I'm not going to have any shipping. I'd like to have $1,500 or best offer. And if I had to, I could drive up to 125 miles either side of Visalia there, Dennis. And the phone number here is area code 559-732-7163. So back to you there. KB6LZW, Able 6 Sugar, over.
Okay, yeah, you're hitting your audio a little hard. That's an amplifier, isn't it?
Roger. It's got a pair of 800s in it, Dennis. It does with 70 watts of drive. I have a 2,500 watt bird dummy load. It does 70 watts of drive. It puts out 1,675 watts. Very good tubes in it, and it's in excellent condition. Go ahead.
Yeah, 4CX.
3CX 800s.
Okay, that's why I asked. 3CX 800s. Okay, you got it, Bill.
Hey, I got info.
Yeah, go ahead.
I've been looking for a while for a parts rig on that one, or a working amplifier. I've got the Ten-Tech Titan. That's what it is with the 3CX 800s, the capacitor plate, separate power supply, right?
QSL, capacitor's been changed, the amp is in excellent condition, works perfect, no problems, 160 to 10 and everything in between.
Yeah, I'm going to get the phone number down. I'll give you a call. I have one here that's brand new in the box, but the power supply doesn't have the transformer in it. I've been looking forever for a transformer, but I've kind of conceded to just buying another one,
Well, this one here is in excellent condition. The phone number is area code 559-732-7163. I don't need it. I have 2 Alpha 77s and a couple of other big amplifiers, and this is kind of a spare. So back to you there, and give me a call on the phone if I can help you there. Go ahead.
Okay, well, if you make a deal there, why don't you get back to me? Okay, number 7 today is for Alpha 6 Sierra. That's Bill in Visalia. Bill has by Ten-Tech the Triton 425 amplifier. That's a pair of 3CX 800 A7s. It's a late model. He'd like $1,500 for that, or best reasonable offer. It's a pickup. He said he might meet you part way there, but he's not shipping it. You can get a hold of Bill at 559. Oh, he said it's in excellent condition, too. 559-732-7163. Any breaks for Bill? thing sounds like an awesome amp. Who would like to be number 8 today? Who would like to make a listing? And MXU, are you out there? I thought he might be, but apparently not.
Hello, Dennis.
Hello.
Yeah, hi, David M6OBP on the new ICOM 7300. I bought the 9700 and it's 7300. I wonder how she's doing today, over.
Well, you're sounding good.
Yeah, you're 10 over as usual. Signal report there?
Oh, you're about an 8 here.
Yeah, not so bad for up there. All right, I'm thinking about making a list, and I'll let you know in a minute. I got to read something. Thank you.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, you're probably down. You're running plenty of power. It's just a distance thing, conditions.
They haven't been great on 40. Now I'm running 100 watts is all.
Do that again.
Running 100 watts right now. That's it. That's the max.
You're louder without the amp.
Oh, I don't have an amp. Just 100 watts only.
Oh, okay. I thought you said you had an amp on there. Yeah, right now you're at 5 and 9.
Excellent. And like you're always really good, really strong down here, over.
Well, I try.
But extra amp does the trick.
KB6LZW, who would like to be number 8 today? Who would like to make a listing out there?
Do you think Sunday's a better day to list for more people listening, Dennis?
Today is.
Yeah, I guess I'll go ahead and do it. David in Porto Madeira, Norway.
Make a listing now.
I have original owner, ICOM 9100, excellent condition, covers all the HF bands, 70 centimeters and 1.2 gig, and I put in the D-Star module. I have the original box that came in, and it's in super clean working condition. I also have an ICOM 746 non-pro in excellent condition. I would like $1,500 for the ICOM 9100 and $500 for the 746 ICOM. I can be reached at 415-302-4936. QSL.
Still writing. That's Dave, right?
Yeah, I prefer David if you don't mind. Dave's not here.
Dave's not here. Boy, that tells me how old you are.
That goes
That's
back
old.
away. Isn't that from Cheech and Chong?
Oh yeah, that was first time I ever heard it. It was on an 8-track. It was, man, we rolled around laughing about that whole 8-track.
Oh my God, they were hilarious. And then Chong got put in jail because he sold some glassware for smoking pot to the wrong state, and they were after his ass because they didn't like him.
Yeah, they put him in jail.
Dirty bastard.
Somebody got a big brownie star out of that one. Okay, number 8 today is for Norway 6, Oscar Victor Papa. That's David in Corte Madera. And David has an ICOM IC 9100. Said it has excellent condition, and let's see, it's 2 meters, 440 and 1.2 gigahertz. It has D-Star installed in it. He'd like $1,500 for the rig. He also has by ICOM the IC746. This is non-pro. He'd like $500 for it. You can get a hold of David at 415-302-4936. 4936. Any breaks for David?
One correction. It covers all the HF bands, 2 meter, 440, and 1.2. Over.
Okay, it's HF plus 1.2 and okay, give that to me again.
Covers all the HF bands, even those little weird ones in between. 2 meter, 100 watts, 440, and 1.2 gig and D-Star. Those were added to the unit. Over.
Okay, everybody, that ICOM 9100, he's original owner, by the way. That's all of HF, 2 meters, 440, and 1.2 gigahertz has been installed, and D-Star's been installed. He'd like $1,500 for it.
Thank you, Dennis. Great job.
Well, I try. Who would like to be number 9? .2 gigahertz.
I use it for moonbound.
You know, I've always wanted to do that, but never had the equipment for it.
It took me a year to put all that stuff together from parts around the world. But when you hear those echoes come back and 2.5 seconds later, it's quite a thrill.
Yeah, it would be. Who would like to make a listing out there? I was looking up last night how long it takes a radio signal to get the Voyager 1 or Voyager 2. About 10 hours.
Way out on the edge of the solar system. Yeah, it's a 500,000-mile trip to the moon downstream.
Yeah, well, they're outside the solar system now.
Amazing the damn thing's still working.
Yeah, better quality back then. We didn't import everything from China.
I'd like to make a point on that. All the Chinese satellites right now are inoperative, and AO7, which is 40-something odd years old, American, is working.
Yankee ingenuity on display.
Yeah, stay away from that Chinese stuff if you can.
Who would like to make a listing out there? Who would like to be number 9? That's counting all 4.5 fingers on each hand.
Yeah, I have it.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Which one out?
What'd you do? Turn your radio halfway off?
Yeah.
Well, you went down into the mud.
Well, what I'm asking is speaking about American quality. Which American space probe is still working out on the or the Voyager?
The Mariner, I don't know. That thing may still be alive, but both Voyagers are out there. And one's going through the very edge of it, our system's influence. The other one's in pre-interstellar space out there.
Yeah, well, one of our probes is beyond Pluto. It's in interstellar space. I think they're still talking with it. Each transmission takes around 2 to 3 hours. Over.
Yeah, well, when I looked it up last night, Voyager takes about 10 hours, and they're still talking to it, but slowly but surely it's running out of power and the wattage is going down. Voyager 2, I believe, is trying to get out. It's almost out of our sphere of influence, and I ran across something about Pioneer 10, and almost seems like they are still talking to it, but I'd have to look into that.
Is one of our Mars robots. It was only supposed to last 90 days. I think it's Opportunity. It's a Mars rover. It was only scheduled for 90 days. It ended up lasting 5 years before it fell apart.
Yeah. That's because it's really darn cold and a really lousy road to drive on. KB6L ZW, who would like to be number 9?
KB7L, number 9's good.
Kilowatt Victor 7 Lima, go ahead.
All right, any good to hear you. All right, this is KB7L. The name's Lynn, southeastern Oregon. I have 2 items today. One is a AT7000 LDG. That's a little 100-watt tuner for the like 706 and such. Works fine. Case could be better off, but I'd take, I don't know, $60 shipped, 60 shipped. Second item is ALS 500M amplifiers. It's just barely out of warranty. That went back to Meritron because it had a problem right off the bat. I got it back, I don't know, 2 or 3 months ago, and I just been negligent about selling it. Anyway, it looks like brand new, no scratches, never been in a mobile. The cable is still in the package new. And I would take, today I would take 900 and I will ship it for that. The phone is 541-589-3031, KV7L.
Yeah, now Lynn, what was the first one? What was that?
That's an AT7000. That's a little 100-watt tuner for like the ICOM 706s and such.
And who makes that?
LDG.
LDG AT700?
7,000.
Oh, 7,000, okay.
I mean, if you're going to dream big.
Yeah, so it's an auto tuner.
Roger.
Okay, everybody, number 9 today is for Kilowatt Victor 7 Lima. That's Lynn in southeast Oregon. Lynn has by LDG the AT7000 100-watt auto tuner. He'd like 60 for that. He'll ship it for that. He has by Ameritron the ALS 500M. This one's like new, barely out of warranty. He'd like 900 for it today, and he'll ship it for that. You can get a hold of Lynn at 541-589-3031. Any breaks for Lynn?
Info K70LJ.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, Lynn, are you available for a phone call?
Certainly.
All right, thanks. Go on with the net. K70LJ.
KV7L. Thank you, Denny.
Now, who would like to be number 10 today?
Recheck, Dennis.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, it's KB6HH again. Can I add another item to my list here, please, number 1?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. All right. I got to pull back up on the screen here. There we go. Okay, so adding to my list here is going to be the ICOM IC756. This is a non-pro HF transceiver. Going through the stock hand mic, manual, and power cord. I'm including the LDG AT
Pro 2, and also the MFJ 4245. This is a 40 amp switching power supply, and asking $700 for best offer.
Okay, and what was the okay, the LDG was at AT what?
Alpha Tango hyphen figures 100 Pro figures 2. Over.
Okay, I have that down on your list.
Thanks, Dennis. Good afternoon to you. Yeah, I was talking to Terry and found himself an ICOM 7600. So there you go. All right, KB6HOH.
KB6HOH, KB6LZW. Okay, now who would like to be number 10 today?
Hey, one big question, Dennis.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, his name here is Jim, and I have a time. When we can live in Idaho out, is it carried over until next week, or would we have treatment?
No, what's that?
I said when we live in Idaho, is it only for one weekend and that's it, or does it carry on our living for one week?
No, it's for 1 week only. Every weekend's a new weekend.
That's what I was asking. Thank you very much.
Yeah, not a problem there. You were going up and down on me. The conditions were, a better way to say that, conditions were fading in and out on me. That's why I was saying what.
Yeah, okay, then it's no problem. Again, it's all about location. There's many instances SoCal or rock solid out here and others here in NorCal farm. I get you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, well, this is about the time of the day the band does start going up and down and sashaying all around doing the hula. Who would like to be number 10? Who would like to make a listing out there?
Kilowatt Echo 6 Hotel X-ray.
Kilowatt Echo 6, what?
Last 3 Hotel X-ray Fox.
HXF, go ahead.
Thanks for picking me up, Dennis. Call here is Kilowatt Echo 6 Hotel X-ray Fox. Chicago is Rob. Location in Victoria, California. Long years, I'm looking for a paper manual for a Henry 3. Anybody have any of them laying around in my department? I'll copy that.
Okay, a Henry 2K3 manual. You want an original manual?
Well, that would be nice if it's possible. Some kind of manual or some kind of group instead of doing anything on the internet. And phone up, well, probably the best way would be PCH, QRZ, call sign. Go ahead.
Okay. Number 10, everybody, is going to be for Kilowatt Echo 6 Hotel X-Ray Foxtrot. That's Rob in Hesperia. And Rob is looking for a manual, original manual, if he can find it, for the Henry 2K3 amplifier. If you have an extra one lying about there, you get a hold of him right here on frequency or look him up on QRZ. He said the best way to get a hold of him is shoot him an email there. Any breaks for Rob?
Kilo 6 India Juliet.
Yeah, go ahead.
I've got a digital copy of one I can email to him if that's okay.
Are you copying that, Rob?
Oh, yeah, he's spending it out here. I got them here also. I found them on something that if I could get a hold of the paper one and I sit down and read through it. Of course, nice. Go ahead. I really appreciate the offer. Thank you.
Yeah, okay. I thought maybe you couldn't find the one that's online. Yeah, no problem. K6IJ.
Well, thanks very much for the offer. I greatly appreciate it. Thanks very much, Dan.
Yeah, you're welcome there. Thank you for popping in there, fella. That's what I like about this net. There's a lot of good guys out there. KB6LZW, who would like to be number 11?
Norway 6, Echo.
Norway 6, Echo. Go ahead, Jim.
Yeah, I had this. Anyway, here he is. In state, Jim, I have for office a telegraph modified at only thing that really does not have doesn't. I also have a scope display and a south.
Okay, now is that good on QRZ?
Well, anyway, I had
And it's ARRL.data.
No, NN@iCloud.com.
Okay, I got that down. Get that on QRZ. Make sure it's on there, Jim.
Yeah, well, anyway, I gave
Yeah, you're going in and out on me. I don't know what the deal is there, but okay, everybody. Number 11 is for Norway 6, Echo. That's Jim in Concord. And Jim has an Elecraft K3. He has some options to go with it. He'd like $2,000 for it. And he said, get a hold of him. Go to his call sign at iCloud.com, I believe it is.
Right. Well, again, it has everything except engine is great safe. Okay? Great safe. Not scratch, dented, or front.
Okay, he says it's in great shape, and it has everything in it except for a sub-receiver.
Right. And again, I'm offering display
Okay. Everybody on that, he has a speaker with it and some other stuff there. He's fading in and out on me here, so I'm not getting everything, but get a hold of him for details on this. He said it has everything in it except for a sub receiver, and it's in great shape.
Okay, Dennis. Again, buy it. I'll buy everybody sends us
Okay, Jim, I think I've got it there, but it's just you're going in and out on me for some reason there. Okay, everybody, who would like to be number 12 today?
Info?
Yeah, info. Go ahead.
Yeah, Dennis Clarence, 60UK. 2 or 3 back, I had a listing for an amplifier, solid state, I believe. Anyway, and also I think the same listing had the, if it's a listing, I think had the LDG auto tuner. Could I have that number, please?
Yeah, you sure can. That's Kilowatt Victor 7 Lima. His name is Lynn. And you can get a hold of Lynn at 541-589-3031. Over.
Yeah, okay, got it. That was on that amp solid state. You wanted 900, is that right?
900 shipped.
Okay, I got the number. Thanks, Dennis. 60 UK. Still sounding good in Hanleyville.
Yeah, you're sounding good too. Okay, now who would like to be number 12 today?
Kilo 6 India Juliet.
K6IJ, go ahead.
Yeah, hey, Dennis, I've got, let's see, a couple items for sale. The first thing is an ICOM 7300, and it's got a couple of extras with it. It's got the optional little carrying handle. I've got an SM30 desk mic that goes with it, and I'm looking to get $925 for it. It's got a cover, all kinds of, I used it in an RV that I had as a remote when I would use my RV, and I don't need it anymore. So anyhow, looking to get $925 for that.
Okay.
And the second thing is a set of Collins AM station. It's a 75A1 and a 32V3. And they're both in unrestored and not the greatest condition, but both of them work. I spent a little time when I first got them and replaced a couple tubes and just cleaned connections and all that, and got the 75A1 actually works pretty darn well. And it also has a product detector that somebody put in it at some point. And then the 32V3 puts out power and is all, working, but they're completely unrestored. And they're both in cabinets, and they're in good shape and everything. I'm looking to see if I can just sell the set for maybe $400 for $200 each. And that's what I've got. My best way to reach me is either by email on QRZ, and my phone number is area code 209-229-6568. I'm located in Valley Springs, Calaveras County, and my name is Brian, K6IJ.
Okay, and it was 228?
209-229-6568.
Okay, 229. Okay, number 12 today is, let me get this down here. Number 12 is for Kilowatt 6, India Juliet. That's Brian in Valley Springs. And Brian has by ICOM the IC7300. He has with it the carry handles. He has an SM30 desk mic with it. He has a cover for it. He'd like 925 for the rig. He has a couple of Collins here. He has a 75A1 receiver, 32V3 transmitter. They're unrestored, but they do need work, and they do work. The 75A1 has a product detector in it somebody put in there. He'd like 400 for that pair. He'd take 200 for each, but he'd like to sell them as a pair if he could. You can get a hold of Brian on, he said the best way you get a hold of him is through QRZ. Look up his email. Or you can call him at 209-229-6568. Leave a message. He'll get back with you. Any breaks for Brian?
I can hear the Heathkit Junkies counterpart diving over furniture, knocking over table lamps, etc. W4HCX.
Oh, yeah, I miss Bill. Info, Terry, go ahead.
Dennis, a couple, 3 listings back, the fellow that needs the Henry amplifier manual.
That would be Kilowatt Echo 6 Hotel X-Ray Foxtrot. His name is Rob. And if Rob's still listening out there, that'd be great. He said look him up on QRZ. Yeah, he prefers an email there, Terry.
Okay, Rob, you still on frequency?
Yes, sir. As a matter of fact, I am.
All right, let's go down about 5. I'll give you a call. W6RU. Thanks, Dennis.
Thanks very much, Dennis.
You're welcome. And KB6LZW, who would like to be number 13?
K6KOI.
K6KOI. Hello, John.
Hi, Dennis. It's good to hear you. Let me turn the computer down. Give me a second. Yes, I was listening on KFS because the noise level is F9 today. Oh, well, anyway, this is John in Del Mar, King 6 King Ocean Ida, and I have a sideband engineered SB33 transceiver in working condition, and that is, if you know what it is, if you don't know what it is, it's too hard to explain. A lot of people wouldn't be interested because it's old, but a lot of people might be interested because it's old. Anyway, I want 135 for it. And I've got the matching linear amplifier, the SB1LA, which uses not 4, 6, which are all in good shape for $275. And if you want to pick up a pair, maybe I'll give you a discount. So the telephone number is 619-742-4505. It is 6
Okay, yeah, now you took a couple of fades on me there, John. What SBE was it?
I don't have the computer on. What was the question you asked?
What was the SBE?
Okay, the first one is the transceiver, the SB33. The SB33, or maybe SBE33. And the second one is the matching linear amplifier, the SB1LA.
Okay, and that's the amp. And the SBE33 is a transceiver, right?
That is correct, and I'm torturing you without an amplifier. I'm using one of the rigs that doesn't have an amplifier. I do apologize.
No, it's just conditions. Let me have your phone number again.
619-742-4505.
Okay, I have it. Oh, how much for the amplifier?
The amplifier was $275.
$275?
Correct.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, number 13 today is for Kilowatt 6, Kilowatt Ocean, India. That's John in Del Mar. And John has by SBE, the SB33 transceiver. He'd like 135 for it. He has by SBE the SB1LA amplifier. He'd like $275 for it. Those are pickup in Del Mar. You can get a hold of John at 619-742-4505. Any breaks for John?
Thank you, Dennis. Appreciate it.
Info.
Yeah, info, go ahead.
Yeah, well, with that site fence engineers exam, those 6 tubes cost more than what you asked. Only needs site
Jim, I think there's something wrong with your station, Jim. You're usually much louder than this, and you seem to be fading out and in. W6PMR.
Yeah, okay, Paul. Thank you very much. But anyway, again, it's linear amp, and the replacement cost of those vacuum tubes far exceeds the worth of linear.
I wouldn't know.
I would.
Okay, well, it's out there then.
You don't.
John, K6KOI, does that amp have tubes in it?
I'm sorry, Dennis, what was the question?
Does the amplifier have tubes in it?
Yes, it's got 6 sweep tubes, and they're all good.
Okay, yeah, it has good tubes in it. Let me write that down. Okay, I've got that. Okay, now who would like to be number 14?
Well, I'll give it a try. W6PMR. You have a copy on me, Dennis?
W6PMR. Go ahead, Paul.
Okay, and by the way, you're roughly about 25 over here. You've got a very strong signal today. This is Paul, W6 Papa Mexico Radio. And I am in Lincoln, just north of Sacramento. And I have for sale a brand new in the box Taylor 3500Z. I'd like $150 for that. I've just opened it to make sure that it's in there. Don't need that. I've already got a couple spares. And then I've got a want, Dennis. I've got a want for a service monitor. An IFR 500 or 1000, something not real expensive. I'm not looking for a whiz-bang $3,500 brand new, or close to new exotic. Just a service monitor. My trusty Motorola just finally gave the ghost, and I really need one to keep working on radios. And I can be reached at, and first off, did you get all that?
Yeah, I sure did.
Okay, thank you. The phone number is area code 916-645-2473. Excuse me, why did I say that? It's 645-2472. I don't know, I'm staring at something. I'm getting old and I'm falling apart. W6PMR. The last digit is 2, Dennis.
Okay, well, I have it there, Paul. You're safe.
Well, my wife is out of the house, so yes, I am safe at the moment.
Number 14 today is for Whiskey 6, Papa Mike Romeo. That's Paul in Lincoln. And Paul has brand spanking new in the box, a Taylor 3-500Z. He'd like $150 for the tube. He has a want. He's looking for a service monitor, something like an IFR 500, IFR 1000. What do you have along that line? You can get a hold of Paul at 916-645-2472. Any breaks for Paul?
Thank you, Dennis. And the fellow with the two Collins gear, that's an incredibly good buy if anybody's thinking of getting into AM, even dirty, because a clean Johnson Ranger is more than that by itself.
Well, I have a clean Super Senior. Haven't tried it out yet, though. Yeah, go ahead.
So I know Brian, and he's a really good guy to work with.
Well, there you go. He comes with references. I think most of the people here are pretty upfront and decent. So I say it's a good group of people out there. Who would like to be number 15? KB6LZW, looking for number 15.
W6 Delta Echo November.
Whiskey 6 Delta Echo November. Go ahead, Dennis.
Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. W6DEN in Auburn, and I have 3 items. First item, actually I have several of the first items. Have a slew of new-in-the-box sweep tubes. There are 6 Juliet Sierra 6s, different brands. They're all new. Even got some Radio Shack tubes. I think there's some Sylvanias in there. $25 each, and I'll ship them for that price. And I have a couple of 6 Juliet Bravo 6 tubes. I don't know if I have 2, 3, or 4. I have to look. But those are available for the same price, $25 each, and I'll ship them for that price. I have 2 free radios, and I hate to undercut an earlier listing, but this is what we have. We have a SBE 34. It's a restoration project. It's complete. All the parts are in there, tubes are in there. I haven't powered it up, haven't done anything to it. It's free. I'm not going to ship it. Come and pick it up at Auburn. Second item that's free is a Hallicrafters Tango Papa Mike 300 transceiver. Both of these, I believe, are 80 through 10, but I could be wrong. It's free also, complete, but it needs some TLC. There's a drive belt in there that kind of looks like a stepper motor drive belt. Anyways, it's missing. But I think both of these radios can be brought back to life with a minimum of hassle. Anyways, the phone number here is 650-533-7159. This is Dennis, W6DEN in Auburn.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, number 15 is for Whiskey 6, Delta Echo Norway. That's Dennis in Auburn. And Dennis has several new in the box, 6 Juliet Sierra 6 sweep tubes. Various brands there, but they're new in the box. He'd like 25 each on those. He'll ship them for that. He also has some 6 JB6 tubes. He said 2 or 3 of those. He'd like 25 each on those. He'll ship them for that. He has for free. Come pick it up. He has an SBE 34. It's complete, but it needs work. It's free for the pickup in Auburn. He also has for free a Hallicrafters TPI 300 transmitter. He said it needs work. It's free. Come pick it up in Auburn. You can get a hold of Dennis at 650-533-7159. Any breaks for Dennis?
Dennis, last week, DUKS in Corning was looking for 6JS 6Cs.
Yeah, I called them already on that. The same.
Okay.
And that Hallicrafters, it's a transceiver. Tango
I think it's a
Papa
Fox
Mike
Mike 300.
300. Tango Papa Mike. It's 8210, I believe, transceiver.
Tango Papa Mike 300 transmitter?
Yeah, transceiver.
Question.
Okay, it's let me get this down first.
W6WUH Friday. K6KY.
Okay, there was a question in there?
Yeah, is that a TPI or FPM 300? I'm thinking FPM 300.
Yeah, is it a Fox Papa Mike 300?
Tango Papa Mike.
What is it?
Tango Papa Mike.
Okay, it's a Tango Papa Mike.
I don't think so. Yeah, I'd like to see a picture of that one. No, it's an FPM.
Okay, well, that's what he told me. That's what I wrote down.
Okay, probably one of the letters. It looks like a T, but it's really an F.
Well, I put an F there with a question mark. Personally, I'd never heard of them.
I got one.
Hey, yeah, I'm gonna have to Google that one.
Correction on that. I think that's a Foxtrot Papa Mike.
Yeah, that's what they were saying. A Foxtrot Papa Mike. I'd never heard of them before.
Well, sorry for the confusion. W60.
Well, I'm going to look it up just because I've never heard of this before.
You need to have it.
What's the price on that?
It's free. Come pick it up in Auburn.
I'd like to have it, but it's a long way.
Well, jump on that Beamer and take a really big backpack.
Yeah, well, I got to get the Beamer first.
It's not that big.
And a bunch of yellow ropes.
It's not very large, AL7RF.
That's counterbalance.
One of the last transceivers.
Yeah, I'm going to look it up because, like I said, I never heard one. I heard of one there. That sounds interesting. Okay, now who would like to be number 16 today?
How about W6WUH?
Okay, there are several of you out there, but W6WUH won that one. Go ahead, Larry.
Oh, okay. I didn't know we were in a contest. W6WUH Larry in Occidental. I still have my Clegg Zeus transmitter for sale. It's a high-power 6 and 2 meter AM CW transmitter with a separate power supply modulator. It's on the air, ready to go. $350.
Okay.
Heathkit SB102, $375.
Okay.
Yeah, let's call it good at that for now. 707-874-1000. Let the other guys get in here. Thanks, Dennis.
Good signal. Okay, everybody, number 16 is for Whiskey 6, Whiskey United Hotel. That's Larry in Occidental. And Larry has the Clegg Zeus. It's a transmitter, AM, 6 and 2 meters, separate power supply. He'd like $350 for it, all up and running. It also has a Heathkit SB102. He'd like $375 for it, all up and running. You can get a hold of Larry at 707-874-1000. Any breaks for Larry?
You put my call sign in Clegg Zeus in YouTube, and you'll come up with a bunch of videos of me overhauling the thing and explaining everything about it.
Okay, he said that Clegg Zeus is on YouTube there. He's gone completely through the rig, so it's all up to stuff. And it explains everything about the rig there.
I can't stand looking NN70X. He haunts me about this. Every week he lists it, and I dream about it.
Well, you better be careful. I might drive up there and put it on your doorstep.
Okay, but it requires yellow rope to transport it.
Oh, we'll use velvet ribbons.
Oh, what a beautiful radio! I can't have it though.
Okay, now who else was wanting the listing out there? Okay, Kilowatt India 6, Delta Lima. Go ahead. Okay, I got it. Okay, now number 17 today is for Kilowatt India 6, Delta Lima. That's Dennis up in Athol, Idaho. And Dennis has by Astron the RS-35A 35 amp power supply. He'd like $175 for that. He'll ship it for that. And he also has the Ultramatic KR50 Keyer. He'd like $85 for that. Is that also shipped? Okay, he said that's also shipped. You can get a hold of Dennis at 208-682-6602. Any breaks for Dennis? KB6LZW. Who would like to be number 18?
Kilo Bravo 9, Oscar Lima Mike.
Kilo Bravo 9, Oscar Lima Mike. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, Dennis. I have a signal generator for sale. It's a HP 8640B. Its signal generator covers 400 kilohertz up to 512 megahertz. It has option 3, which is reverse power protection, and it works. And I'm asking $150 for that, but no shipping. I am located in Castro Valley, California, and my phone number is 510-910-6975. Over.
Okay, what's your name?
Oh, I'm sorry. My name is Vlad, Victor Lima Alpha Delta. Over.
Okay, now Vlad, where are you located?
Castro Valley. It's kind of a southeast of Oakland.
Okay, I'm just going to put down near Oakland. Okay, everybody, number 18 today is for Kilowatt Bravo 9, Oscar Lima Mike. That's Vlad, who's near Oakland. And Vlad has a signal generator by Hewlett-Packard, the model 8640 Bravo. Covers 400 kilohertz up to 512 megahertz. He said it has the option 3 in it. He'd like $150 for it, and that's a pickup only. And near Oakland there. You can get a hold of Vlad at 510-910-6975. Any breaks for Vlad? Boy, when you need those, there's nothing else that works. Okay, now who would like to be number 19? Okay, Whiskey Tango 6 uniform. Go ahead.
Located in Yucca Valley. I still have my Hydman Victor Bravo 66 Delta X-ray 6-meter 6-element legal limit. They're 24.5 They're new, unopened boxes, and I'm asking $275 a piece, or I'll take $525 for both of them. And the number here is 562-405-1651. Copy?
Okay, now who made these?
These are high gains.
And there's two of them in the box?
Roger, I got two separate boxes. They're both new, unopened boxes. My number is Victor Bravo 66DX, the legal limit. 24.5-foot booms, pretty large.
Sounds just right. Okay, everybody. Number 19 today is for Whiskey Tango 6 United. That's George in Yucca Valley. And George has a couple of 6-meter 6-element beams here by High Gain. They're new in the box. They have a 24.5-foot boom. He'd like $275 each for those, or he'll take $525 for both of them. And they're the model Victor Bravo 66 Delta X-ray. You can get a hold of George at 562-405-1651. Any breaks for George? That's a fun band when it opens up. Who would like to be number 20 out there? Who would like to be number 20?
KF6ZOL.
Okay, KF6ZOL. Go ahead.
Good afternoon to you. Anyways, I still have the TS990, 200 watts, perfect condition, no scratch, no smoking, nothing like that. Got all the original boxes, and nothing to this done. Anyways, all the original boxes, 6500. Also have the matching speaker. I have the matching speaker, Kenwood, for this radio. I want $200 for it. Pick up only. I will not ship this radio. Anyway, I'll give you my phone number, 818-388-3806. Again, 818-388-3806. Copy.
Number 20 today is for Kilowatt Foxtrot 6 Zulu Ocean Lima. That's Mike in Ojai. And Mike has by Kenwood the TS990, mint condition. He has the boxes with it. He'd like $6,500 for that rig, and that is a pickup only in Ojai. He also has the matching speaker for it, the SP990. He'd like $200 for it. You can get a hold of Mike at 818-388-3806. Any breaks for Mike?
Thank you very much. Have a good day.
Yeah, you too, Mike. Okay, who would like to be number 21? Who would like to make a listing? Who would like to be number 21? Going once. Going twice. Okay, everybody, I need to get up and stretch my itty-bitty legs and refill my glass of water. I'll be right back. KB6LZW.
Water?
I had to quit drinking coffee because of blood pressure. And quit drinking it. Boy, my blood pressure fell right into place.
Go do your thing, WA6KLK.
It's everybody's birthday.
Water.
Keep moving, Dan. Don't listen to him, Dan. He's a devil, not a man. Water.
What a great voice. Sign that man up.
Good day for something.
Yeah, learning how to use the brand new 7300 and 9700. Taken quite a while, Larry.
I bet.
My God, the technology stuff in this box is incredible.
Well, I hope once you get it all set up, you don't have to do much.
Yeah, the satellite part's going to be a real pain because I have to get another computer because I need a newer operating system so that I can get 9700 included, so I have Doppler tuning, blah, blah, blah. Lots of fun.
Oh, gee, so you got to buy a new computer and make the radio work?
I want Doppler tuning, yeah. No, it'll work fine. I just want to use the Doppler tuning, so it's just a used old MacBook for a couple $100 or so. Over.
Well, I guess that certainly makes it track the changing signals. That's pretty nice.
Well, the FM ones are fine because they're wideband, but the SSD ones, you need that Doppler tuning unless you want to just keep turning the knob, which works also. Over.
Is this for satellites?
Yeah, satellites. They're moving at 3 miles a second, so there's definitely Doppler happening.
Yeah. Well, if it'll track it, man, that's nice.
Yeah, it does a pretty good job. I got the antennas tracking and the Doppler when it's all working right. But now I install in the 9100, which has been a great radio to get these guys working over.
Well, I'm still just using an oatmeal box and a coil of wire and a gas whisker here.
My first radio was a toilet paper roll with wire on it and a crystal that was in a piece of lead with a whisker to move it around.
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
Do you really? And it only got one station, KDIA, black music station.
Yeah, you could spend 99 cents and send away and get a little arm with a little whisker and a little Galena crystal, I guess, in a little cup.
That's it. Yeah, you must be about my age.
I've been there and done that.
I've got a detector that's silicon antimony.
Yeah, I moved a little whisker around and moved the coil around and a piece of wire, and I get KDIA.
Yeah.
Good. KDIA is good.
Yeah, it's a commercially made one.
I've never done it with a razor blade.
Yeah, I hear that works with a safety pin and razor blade.
They have a Foxhole radio. Okay, go ahead, Dennis. W6WUH. We'll shut up.
Yeah, KB6L's at W back in the saddle. And by the way, I miss the old RS-10 bird. It was an art keeping that Doppler shift to a minimum.
Yeah, and 13 was awesome too, man. They have a bird that's out there, but we can't get it on my zone, unfortunately.
Yep. Okay, everybody, are there... Before we get started here, are there any deletions, modifications, whatever on this list today? Does anybody have any announcements? Okay, now for those who relayed in today, thank you. I do appreciate it, and those trying to get in, they appreciate it even more. Thank you for doing that. And I'm going to read this list like I normally do. If you want the pertinent information, just yell info, or you can even email me with a question there. My address is right there on QRZ. Number one today was Stephen Novato. Steve has by Kenwood the Tango Mike G707 Alpha dual band mobile rig, 2 meters 440, comes with a hand mic and a cord. He'd like 180 for it. He has by Elenco the DR130 2-meter mobile rig with a hand mic and a cord. Also comes with an Astron RS-12A power supply. He'd like 80 for that setup. He has an ICOM 756 non-pro with a hand mic. He'd like 700 for that or best reasonable offer. And then he also has available for that, I believe, an LDG AT100 Pro 2 tuner and a 40 amp power supply. Yeah, info, go ahead. Boy, I'm not getting much of that. What was that again? Oh, it's a 756 non-pro. Okay, doke.
Hey, Dennis?
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, hey, would you just note on that 756 that is strictly a pickup only at this time?
Okay, and the 756 non-pros pickup in Novato. Number two today was Marilyn in San Rafael. She has a Kenwood TS450 Sugar with the auto tuner in it. Comes with a hand mic and manual, matching PS50 power supply. She'd like 600 for all that or best reasonable offer. Number three was Ron in Pacifica. Ron has by Uniden the HR2510 10-meter rig. I believe that's a 20. Is that a 25 watt there, Steve? Okay, yeah, and it's an all-mode rig, but it's 25 watts, 10 meter. Comes with a hand mic and a mobile mounting bracket. He'd like 300 for the rig. Number four was Gideon in Las Vegas. Gideon has by Kenwood the TS690 SAT. That's 160 to 6 meters. Comes with a hand mic and a cord. He'd like 545 for the rig. Number 5 was Terry in Bakersfield. Terry has by Array Solutions the Power Master 1 SWR watt meter. Comes with a 10 kW sensor. It has a cable in it. He'd like $395 for it, shipped. Number 6 today was Clarence in Corning. Clarence has by Kenwood the TS570 Delta. Sounded good too. He was using it. He'd like $385 for it, or best reasonable offer. He has a want for a tone encoder for the Yaesu FT209 or the 409, or a parts rig that had a good tone encoder in it. I think that's the FTS-7, I believe. I'm going to write that down. And he's also looking for the alkaline battery tray that would fit the FT209 409 right in there. Number 7 was Bill in Visalia. Bill has by Tentec the Titan 425. It's a late model, up and running, excellent condition, runs a pair of 3CX 800A7s in there. It's a pickup item in in Visalia, and he might meet you part way there. I think he said like 125 miles. Anyway, he'd like $1,500 for that amplifier for best reasonable offer.
That's a fine amplifier.
Yeah, I bet it is. Was there an info in there? I heard somebody in the background there. Number 8 today was David in Corte Madera. David has an ICOM IC9100. Excellent condition. That's HF plus 2 and 440 and 1.2 gigahertz, and D-Star has been installed. He'd like $1,500 for the rig. He has an ICOM IC746 non-pro. He'd like $500 for it. Number 9 was Lynn in Southeast Oregon. Lynn has by LDG the AT7000 100-watt auto tuner. He'd like $60 for it. He'll ship it for that. He has an Ameritron ALS 500M amplifier in like new condition. He'd like $900 for it. He'll ship it for that.
Hey, Dennis, can I get Lynn's phone number?
You can get a hold of Kilowatt Victor 7 Lima. You can get a hold of Lynn at 541-589-3031. Over.
Roger, 589-3031. Thank you, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Okay, now number 10 today was Rob in Hesperia. He was looking for a Henry 2K3 amp. He was looking for the original manual. Number 11 was Jim in Concord. Jim has an Elecraft K3. He's got everything in it except for the sub receiver. He said it's in great shape. And he said he had, I thought maybe some accessories were available there, but he'd like $2,000 for the rig. Number 12 today was Brian in Valley Springs. Brian has an ICOM IC7300. This one comes with a carry handles, a cover, an SM30 desk microphone. He'd like $925 for it. He has a couple of Collins here. These are under-restored, but they do work, but they need restoring. He has a 75A1 receiver with a product detector in it, and he has a 32 V3 transmitter. He'd like $400 for the pair, or $200 each on those, but he prefers to sell them as a pair. Number 13 was John in Del Mar. John has by SBE the SB33 transceiver. He'd like 135 for it. He also has the matching amplifier, the SB1LA, with good tubes in it. He'd like 275 for it. These are pickup in Del Mar. Number 14 was Paul in Lincoln. Paul has brand spanking new in the box, a Taylor 3-500 Z tube. He'd like 150 for it. He has a want for a service manual like the IFR 500, IFR 1000. What do you have along that line? Info, go ahead.
Dennis, it was a service monitor, not a service manual.
Oh, did I say manual? It's a service monitor, ladies and gentlemen.
Come on now, one mistake after a couple of decades, and you're going to get in trouble.
Well, tie me to a post and flail me.
Hey, watch out! Some of the guys on the repeater, on the net, might want to do that.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. Yeah, everybody, that's a service monitor. I don't know why I said manual.
Thank you, Dennis. W6PMR.
Well, thank you for the correction. I do want to be accurate on this. KB6LZW. Number 15 today was Dennis up in Auburn. He has several new in the box, 6 Juliet Sierra 6 tubes. He'd like 25 each on those. He'll ship them for that. He also has 2 or 3 6 JB6 tubes, 25 each on those. He'll ship them for that. He has for free. Come pick it up. It's a complete SBE 34. It needs work. He also has for free, come pick it up, a Halcrafters Foxtrot Papa Mike 300 transceiver. Number 16 today was Larry in Occidental. Larry has a Clegg Zeus. It's a 6 and 2 meter AM transmitter with a separate power supply. You can even go online and look at it in YouTube there, and he's got the whole thing in there, how he restored it. It's all about that rig, so the rig's up to snuff. He'd like $350 for it. He has a Heathkit SB102. That one's been gone through. He'd like $375 for it. Unrolling the parchment even further, number 17 today was Dennis up in Athol, Idaho. He has by Astron the RS35A 35 amp power supply. He'd like $175 for it. He'll ship it for that. He has an Ultramatic KR50 keyer. He'd like $85 for it. He'll ship it for that. Number 18 was Vlad, who's near Oakland. I didn't quite get the town, but he's right near Oakland there. He has a signal generator by Hewlett-Packard, the HP 8640 Bravo. That one covers 400 kilohertz up to 512 megahertz. It has the option 3 in it. It's a pickup item in Oakland, near Oakland. He'd like $150 for it.
He's in Castro Valley.
It's Castro Valley, huh? Okay, let me write that down.
Much nicer than Oakland.
Well, he said near Oakland. Okay, Castro Valley. Okay, thank you for that.
Information?
Yeah, information. Go ahead.
It's Bob, AK6. A couple back, you had a Halcrafters FPM 300. Can I get the information on that one?
It's a Fox Papa Mike. It's pickup in Auburn.
Okay, that's good. Can you give me your phone number?
I sure can. That is Whiskey 6, Delta Echo Norway. His name is Dennis. You can get a hold of Dennis at 650-533-7159. Over?
Yeah, thanks very much. AK6.
Yeah, you're welcome there. Okay, now number 9 today was George in Yucca Valley. He has by High Gain 2 of these 6-meter 6-element antennas, the model Victor Bravo 66 DX. They're on 24.5-foot booms. Boy, they sound like good ones. He'd like $525 for the both of them. Those are new in the box, or $275 each. And the last one of the day today was Mike in Ojai. Mike has a mint condition Kenwood TS990 with the boxes. He'd like $6,500 for that, and that's pickup only in Ojai. He's not going to ship it. He also has the matching speaker, the SP990. He'd like $200 for it. Okay, Rocco. Okay, is there any infos on today's list? Okay, hearing nothing, I have to go shopping with the she who must be obeyed. So, good afternoon, everybody. KB6LZW. I'll see you tomorrow.
Hey, Dennis.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll give you a call.